Describing this week as anything besides chaotic would probably be a disservice to all of you guys watching out there. It has truly been a chaotic week in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. A lot is going on, although there really isn't too many different issues. So just recall as we go through this that Good and Bad is here to try and be as objective as possible. We will try to give you whatever is the known truths, and with that, let's go ahead and go through this week. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Good and Bad. I am Infinity with Reality Skewed Gamers, and this is once again the show where we go through the news and notes over different games over the past week and tell you whether or not we give things a thumbs up or a thumbs down based on what happened. Now, we do try to be as objective as possible, and that is important as we go through the stuff here. So bear in mind that we're not going to be expressing too many opinions about what we think about the particular things. We just want to inform you about what has happened and what we think of it in terms of a good or a bad thing for the game. Now, let's start off with, of course, probably the biggest thing to be happening in the community during this time, and it is the banning of Arnold T 101. Now, if you guys are not familiar with what has happened here, Arnold T 101's account that he received from somebody else was banned for terms of service violations for account sharing. He had an issue with his account where he then tried to get help from CG, eventually got help from somebody from EA, and after investigating, the account was banned for account sharing. This has shown a double standard in some cases for CG and EA in how they manage some of the issues that are going on, and has basically started a kind of a rising amongst players to try and go against CG. A lot of videos came out talking about the Arnold ban, and RSG not kind of shying away from that either, and in support of Arnold. However, since the initial release of the video, there has been a divide amongst the community. May not be a huge divide depending on who you talk to. However, there is a divide on the community because many are confused about what the purpose is. Some believe that it is focused on the Arnold account. Some believe that it's for greater CG change. And I think most of us do want CG to change based on some of the policies that they've had in the past. But there is a lot of confusion in the community, and it is leading to some confusing messaging. However, outside of the Galaxy of Heroes community, there is a rally behind Arnold T101 getting banned and the potential double standard, and we are seeing that in several videos just from other game changers outside of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. We have seen videos from people like Eckhart's Ladder that have really brought to light some of the things that CG has done. So, of course, as we look through this week and we try to think about how this has impacted the game, of course, this is going to get a thumbs down.
This is bad.
While all publicity may be good publicity, sometimes the negative repercussions of actions do have some impact. And we are seeing that right now there is a call for a blackout of sorts where players will not be logging into the game for 2 days beginning tomorrow, Sunday, and ending on the end of Monday. Now, whether or not this is going to have an impact, only time will tell. However, CG has not commented on this, which is not unusual for them, as they do not typically comment on the punishments of individual people. But it is going to be interesting to see how CG manages this moving forward. Will they comment on it? Will they just ignore it? Will we actually see any changes to the game and the communication? Again, we'll have to see over time. This may or may not work, but hopefully, there is going to be some change with CG from all of this. In that same breath, we then got a post from Crumb leading to a puzzle. Puzzle was being solved by the community and ultimately led to possibly the greatest moment in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes so far. It is the release of Jedi Luke. Now, we got this as a little bit of a teaser video. We are waiting for the road ahead to get some more details about this. But Jedi Luke is a character that we all have been waiting for. He was in the splash screen at the beginning. We have since gotten a lightsaber-wielding Luke, but not a Jedi. So it will be really, really fun to see Jedi Luke finally come into the game. So, of course, this is getting a thumbs up.
This is good.
Jedi Luke is a long-awaited character for the player base. In fact, to the point that some people are afraid the game is ending because this character is released. But this character can open up so much more for the game, like an old man Luke, and we see the progression of the Lukes all the way through. I mean, the possibilities are there with Luke being one of the most focal characters in the whole Star Wars universe. So this brought some good news to an overall week that may have been a PR problem for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. We will see how much this distracts players from focus of the CG issues that they may have had. But really, Jedi Luke, we have to be happy about that. And with that, we're going to go ahead and look at this past week. And as we look over this past week, it is somewhat hard to figure out exactly how to rate this. Jedi Luke was a great addition to this game, but it came at a time that almost feels like CG is trying to distract people. But with that said, I think we have to go in one direction, and with that, it would be a thumbs down.
Dr. Finn, medicine woman, I've got a bad case of the SWGOH blues.
And the reason it's a thumbs down is just because the overall perspective and views on CG has been so negative. We're seeing that with people putting the 1-star ratings on this game, and it's not good for that kind of adversarial relationship to be going on. I don't know what CG's response is going to be for this. It does appear, anyways, from what they've said, that they are putting in time to kind of redo the code. So if they redo the code, but public sentiment has actually soured on them, this might all be for naught. So hopefully CG does take some steps in order to mend the relationship between the community and the developers, and we can move forward for a stronger game as they're working on a whole new coding framework. So what do you guys think about everything that happened? There was a lot that happened between the Arnold controversy, between the Jedi Luke, lot to discuss. Put your comments down in the video below. Hope you guys got some information out of this. And once again, I am Infinity with Reality Skewed Gamers. Thank you so much for watching this. Give a thumbs up to the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time.